Hello, I am Manawiltos, and if you're hearing any unusual background sounds or strange acoustics, that's because I am recording in a non-standard location. But anyway, let's get right to the point. This video, if you've been a subscriber for more than a month, then you may know that I have begun doing a monthly video in which I ask, what do you want to see in the next month? So, for example, this is why I got around to doing the Zero AD replay commentary videos. It is because I got a comment in the previous video regarding this. So, if you're waiting for another one of those videos to come out, don't worry, it's coming soon. It's just I've got this video before that. Anyway, so you can suggest to me a number of different things, and regarding to plans that I have, I've been thinking about making some dubstep maybe as some music, but that's a side project. But I would love to hear any suggestions anyone may have. On an additional note, I'd like to say that I've been thinking about doing a question and answer video, but I will save that for when I have 50 subscribers, because otherwise I don't think I'll be getting enough questions, since currently the way my comment sections look, I don't think I'll be getting very many questions at all in the first place. So I'd at least want to have several questions being asked before I do such a thing. Meanwhile, I'd also like to say that, what was it that I wanted to say? If you'd like me to do a video on something more serious, or if you have a question to ask me on a very serious topic, then I'd be very glad to make a video on that as well. I think that most topics are open as long as they're being discussed in a respectful manner, so that no one is being insulted. Because I think that it's okay to question things and to criticize things in a non-insulting manner, where if you're just insulting someone, then what's the point of making the argument? Because, let's be honest, you're less likely to listen to someone who's insulting you than to someone who is acting like a benefactor, somebody that wants something that's best for you, rather than somebody else who wants to tear you down. And I think that's a good philosophy to have when discussing serious topics, that you should always be respectful and understanding of the opposing side, because it's not comfortable to be in a situation where somebody is talking down on you. But anyway, that's another subject for another time. So anyway, please give me any suggestions that you have for videos that you'd like me to make. Now, of course, if your suggestion involves a significant expenditure, I have to say that I have Patreon for a reason. I'm not made of money. If you want me to spend money on something, then I suggest you donate the money for me to spend. Because I don't get a lot of ad revenue at the current my current viewership. I'm not saying that I want your money. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I am trying to say is that currently I work on a budget of 0, and well, that's the explanation that I have. I work on a budget of 0. So if you want me to invest money into something, then it's good for me to at least know that I'm not just throwing money down a pit where nothing's coming out of, where I should at least break even on that, is what I'm trying to say. But nevertheless, if you have suggestion that doesn't require me to spend a bunch of money, then I'd be happy to do it without requesting any money. Another thing, I'd really love to have a dialogue when making videos, in the sense that I find it very entertaining when there are two people talking to each other and there's some chemistry going on. And by chemistry, I don't mean romance, but rather people having a good time, getting some good banter going. And I have done that in the past. However, usually we get together and we do some things, and then for some reason it breaks off. So if you have any contacts, or if you yourself as a viewer would like to interact with me on a direct, not physical of course, but in a vocal manner, wherein we are actually having a consistent audible dialogue, and you'd like to make videos with me, or if you know someone who would like to do that, then I would be glad to do that as well. In other words, I'd like to have someone else with me, because I think that really would increase the quality of the dialogue. Now, of course, that isn't always the case, because sometimes it can actually decrease the quality if the situation is awkward. So I think if something like this happens, it's best to maybe have a long conversation for a few hours before you then start making videos, because then you get to know the person, and you don't have to have this thing where maybe you make a joke that is a bit insensitive and then the person gets a bit upset, and you don't want that. I certainly don't want that. Now, of course, I'm not the kind of person that, well, I guess it depends on the context. There are some ways in which I would make a joke that could be insensitive for someone. Although I generally use very little, if any, profanity. So that is one thing that I pride myself on a bit. Not that it's more entertaining not to have profanity, because it can be quite entertaining, but I just think that me as a person, I think that it's better for my character to not use a lot of profanity. So anyway, I've been rambling on a bit. Thank you all for watching, and if you have any suggestions, do put them in the comments down below. I have been Anawiltus, over and out. See you all next time.